Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from Dragon Quest to some really older RPGs getting translated into English, which is so nice, to a really expensive old Fire Emblem game now becoming fully available, in addition to a ton more games being announced. So a lot of cool stuff, and I definitely do think that's worth the sub as you come and you join my party and you level it up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your hype. It helps me out a ton. So we're going to be starting off with the best news first, which is Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is always the best. It's the law. So we have a demo that has already come out, and the save data from the demo can be carried over in the full game. And all users who play the demo will also receive a day off dress costume for Maribel for use in the full game. Woo freaking who! This game's coming out on the February the 5th for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 1, Switch 2, and PC. I made a whole video about this and my experience with the demo. This is Parasite Eve. Or wait, no, it's called Parasite Mutant for the PC, and it has a demo now available, and it's essentially Parasite Eve. It really is. This goes over the first chapter of the demo right here, and basically, it is basically if Parasite Eve took place on a different planet where everybody was like consumed or eaten or dead by this parasite, and she has to I don't know, like piece together the mysteries of what is going on through like diary entries and computer logs and stuff like that, because it seems like people like kind of died like last week, you know? So there's still dead, decaying bodies around, you know, it's not skeletons, all that kind of stuff, but you don't see any people. And the battle system is very, very, very much like Parasite Eve, with like an ATB bar, and you're walking around, you're like dodging stuff during the battle system, you're shooting your guns, you're doing like psychonic attacks and stuff like that. So if you are a fan of Parasite Eve, and you've been waiting since the 90s for a new Parasite Eve, then your wait is over. Go ahead and check out this demo. I think that you will really enjoy it. Whoa, this is so exciting! Persona Series 30th anniversary website launched with its first update coming on January the 8th. I wonder what the update's going to be on January 8th. Wow! I can't wait to see! Oh, look. Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer DLC, Persona 5 Royal Pack announced on January the 8th. Oh god, what a letdown. Anyway, it's going to feature some arranged tracks, a collaboration t-shirt, and then they're giving away 10 Fitness Boxing 3 personal trainer collaboration slipcovers on Twitter whenever you participate in the Morgana's challenge event, blah, 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 using a hashtag that's in Japanese, so more than likely it's Japan only anyway. But, you know, yeah, fitness boxing for Persona, because there's dancing, and there's Tactica, and there's Strikers, and there's everything else besides Persona 6! Ugh. Metaphor ReFantasia director Katsura Hashino says that Atlas must evolve to become more accessible. Great. Looks like we're going to be getting Mash A to win action RPGs where you only go up in a hallway simulator. I can't wait. More so than just latching onto a specific genre of game, we're going back to how we can evolve our JRPG and what it looks like. For us, it's coming to a turning point where we want to really take it to the next level in terms of how our JRPGs are. With these changing times, we do feel the need to update our format and create games that would be more widely playable. Not just within the JRPG realm, but something that would be easier, more accessible for a wider audience. We're hoping to update our format with that in mind. Great. Just great. I don't know about y'all, but like, whenever I play an RPG, it's the complications. It's the differences, it's stuff like that that make me enjoy it. What I enjoyed most about Metaphor was not only the combat system, which I thought was great, the first-turn combat system, and like finding the weaknesses and stunning the enemies and knocking them over and stuff like that, but also like the job class system and how you could like combine the jobs and combine the skills and stuff like that. Like, that's what I like. I like the complications. That's what makes it fun to me. That's why I like Final Fantasy V so much, because you can mix and match the job classes, and every single playthrough is going to be completely different. I don't like, you know, Final Fantasy 16, where, okay, well, party members, that's too complicated. We're only going to have Clive. Can't possibly have more party members. Oh, want like more equipment and stuff? No, equipment's far too complicated. Can't have that. No, we only need one upgrade path. Oh, you want to have gloves and boots and accessories and things? Nope, 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 nope. Too complicated. Gotta make it easier. Like, this sucks. I'm sorry, this sucks. I made a whole video about this as well, but now this is actually up available for pre-order if you wanted to grab it. This is Tensei no Uda 1 and 2 collection that originally came out for the TurboGrafx 16 way back in the day, like 1991, 1993-ish, that we're looking at for the two different games. They never came out in English, they only came out in Japan, and these developers went on afterwards to create the Wild Arms series and the Tales series. So these games look great. I personally haven't played them, but when I see in the videos and everything else, it looks fan-freaking-tastic, and you know me, I love old-school JRPGs, so this looks right up my alley. It will be available digitally in English, and will also be available in English physically right here, but only through limited runs. You can get the standard edition or you can get a deluxe edition. The standard edition is $45. The deluxe edition right here is $90 right there, coming with all sorts of different stuff. And they did update this right here because a lot of people were asking and saying, hey, there's no, official thing that says that it's going to come out in English. Game translated in English. So yeah, it is coming out in English. And yeah, so if you wanted to grab this with all this cool stuff, now you can. I will include links below in the video description. The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince coming to PC in early 2026. This first came out for the PS4 and the Switch back in 2018. But now if you want to play it, you can play an updated one 8 years later on the PC. Wow, that's kind of slow right here. These games are kind of like baby's first RPG. I've got to say, they're cute. They're like storybook and stuff like that, but they're definitely baby's first RPG. I'm going to go ahead and read the About section right here. It says, deep in the forest, a solitary wolf sings. Charmed by this beautiful voice, a curious prince follows its song only to find and startle the wolf, who blinds him. Together they embark on a journey to restore his sight, but every gift has a price in the storybook tale of love and loss. The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince follows the tale of two lonely hearts brought together by mutual misunderstanding. In it, you control the wolf, disguised as a princess, who guides the blind prince through a perilous forest in search of the witch capable of restoring his sight. The forest is home to a number of hostile creatures intent on ending your journey prematurely, as well as hazardous traps that put the prince in danger. So you can switch between the wolf and princess form to dispatch your foes and guide the prince carefully as a princess to ensure his safety in search of a fairy tale ending. Looks super cute. An MMORPG that I've never heard of is coming out for the Switch on January the 13th called Wizard 101. Apparently this thing has been out like forever though, and it also came out in the PS4 and Xbox last year, but it was free last year, but it's not free on the Switch. It's $20 on the Switch, but if you want it for free, play it on the Xbox One or the PS4. And it says it includes full access to the first of the current 5 story arcs. As players progress further, content can be unlocked through the purchase of crowns, which is a premium currency, and accounts created on the Switch will play on the same servers as other console players. It says, a dark magic has enveloped Wizard City as the many realms of the spiral. As a new student at Ravenwood School of Magical Arts, you might just be the last hope to stop the forces threatening to upend the balance of the world. Unleash your magic and dive into the mysteries surrounding a rogue professor. As you progress through the story, the looming darkness also grows in strength, putting the spiral at risk. I was looking into this because I was like, what is this? And I think it came out, it came out on the PC in 2008. So it's been around for quite a bit of time. Now we have a whole bunch of releases that we're going to be going over in release date order, starting with Nested Lands, launching in early access for the PC on January the 23rd. This is a settlement survival RPG, and console versions are planned for the full release, whenever that comes years down the road or whatever. It says that it's a medieval survival settlement RPG set during the Black Death. Players start with nothing and must work to build a functioning village by gathering resources, enduring nasty plague outbreaks, and protecting their people from roving bandits and unstable plague-twisted foes. Every choice affects the settlement's future, and the world in-game reacts to the player's choices accordingly. Between the responsibilities that come with leading a village, surviving a deadly outbreak, and the question of the main character's own mental state and personal hygiene, what could go wrong? Ew, does your, does your main guy, like, not shower or brush his teeth or something? What is up with his personal hygiene? That's disgusting. Okay, whatever. Avowed is coming to the PS5 on February the 17th alongside an anniversary update. It's currently available for the Xbox as well as the PC, and pre-orders are available right now on the PlayStation Store. The anniversary update will introduce new features like a new game plus, a photograph mode, a new weapon type, changing appearances in the world, new character presets, and more godlike feature presets. Whatever that means. They godlike, so would that be like invincibility mode or something? I have no idea. I've never played this game before, but it says it's an RPG, so I'm gonna put it in there because the things that I do for y'all, this is totally not my sort of thing, but I know that it might be your sort of thing, so that's why I'm keeping it in here. Towerborn is launching on February the 26th for the PS5, Xbox, and PC. It is a side-scrolling action RPG that's leaving early access. It's going to cost $25 for the standard edition and $30 for the deluxe edition, but it will be available on the Game Pass. It says that it's an exciting side-scrolling action RPG brawler. Rise again as an ace, an immortal warrior reborn to defend the Belfry against the darkness beyond its walls. Journey across a crumbling world, uncovering the mystery of the fallen city of Numbers, and push back the corruption threatening humanity's survival. Well, this looks cute as a frickin' button. This is Human Nest, launching in early access on March the 11th. It's an open-world 2D sandbox action RPG. It says, destroy massive swarms of monsters and build automated systems that fight for you in Human Nest. An open-world sandbox action RPG where you grow stronger in the overworld before diving deep into an interconnected underworld. You complete quests, defeat bosses, and upgrade your gear as you grow stronger in the overworld, and then take your builds into an interconnected Metroidvania-style underworld. This looks freaking cute, I've gotta say. I kind of want to play it, I must say. It looks adorable. It just looks adorable. Shadow of the Road is going to be launching in 2026, and it says Nippon will fall. Yeah, we'll see about that. It says it's going to launch for the PC via Steam, Epic Game Store, NGOG, and Smurf? SMF? I don't know what I got nothing. Anyway, it's a story-driven turn-based RPG where feudal Japan meets magic in machine. Assemble your team from a diverse cast of characters and test your skills against yokai and steampunk contraptions. Carve your own path through an immersive story and change the very fate of the empire. Step into 1868 Japan, a land fiercely divided by a brutal civil war between the traditionalist forces of Shogun Tokugawa and the technologically superior army of Emperor Matsuhito, backed by the British East Nippon Company. Okay, wasn't it East India Company? Anyway, amidst this turmoil, warriors, spices, and mystical beings navigate a world where magic and machinery intertwine. The jarring contrast of tradition and technology permeating even the landscape where weathered, ancient temples stand alongside towering steam-powered machines. Experience a country at pivotal crossroads, torn between its cherished ancient heritage and the relentless march of modernization. Which side will emerge victorious? The fate of Japan hangs in the balance. I'm actually really looking forward to this one right here. This is a Code Vein 2. We have a new trailer, a walkthrough trailer, character creator demo, and it launches on January the 23rd. 8 minutes of footage right here, but I go through this so quickly, you're not going to see all 8 minutes of footage because I just blow through this stuff. But anyway, this demo, the character creator demo, will be available starting on January the 23rd. And it says that all it really allows you to do is create your customized character that'll be transferred to the full game, as well as explore the Mag Mel Institute, where both photo mode and hot springs are available to use. So it's not like you can, like, you know, play the game. It's just saying, hey, you can create your character early, which is odd, but okay. You would think that, you know, they would like let you play like the first stage and see if you like it, you know what I'm saying? But they just let you create a character in a game that you might not even like, so whatever. Code Vein 2 features distinctive gameplay for an action RPG where players use blood drained from enemies to unlock a variety of powerful skills, build strategy for combat with blood codes, and use unique weapons and equipment called jails to overcome challenging foes and epic bosses. Players can also forge bonds with powerful partner allies who fight alongside them and enhance their abilities. Each partner offers distinct skills and deep narrative connections that shape their journey. Bandai Namco will reveal many more details about the rich universe and gameplay in Code Vein 2 in the future. Now this is really freaking cool. Emerald Dragon for the PC Engine has finally been translated. If you've already played this before, like I have. That's because it's been translated for a long time over on the SNES. It was originally released back in Japan for the PC Engine, then ported over to the SNES. The SNES version was translated, but the PC Engine, of course, is a more powerful system. It has like cutscenes and things like that, so this is probably the definitive way to play it. I would love to go back and play it because I haven't played it, in 20-something years, and I don't remember like anything about it at all. I think that it had like a loose connection to Lufia or something. I remember something about that, but again, it's been like since college that I've played this. So this is a cool little game right here. It says, in Ishburn, the Holy Land, the sacred grounds where dragons once roamed have lain defiled by demonkind for 2 decades. As the foul armies of Garcia, the Infernal prepare to strike the finishing blow against the beleaguered kingdom of Ervad, one slim ray of hope shines through. The dragon man at Russian come to protect a sworn companion, Tamrin, on her quest to uncover a mysterious past. Together, the journey across Ishburn, seeking to stem the onslaught of the Hellions and discover the dark truth behind the war that ravages the land. Emblem Dragon is a 1994 RPG for the PC Engine developed by Alpha System, blah, 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 blah. Overhauls the presentation with flashy new visuals, voice acting, and music, as well as vastly refined gameplay. So, yeah. I'll also include a link to this below as well. So, very, very, very cool news here for the retro gamers out there like me. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is coming to the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch on February the 5th. Eradicate the threat of the pulsating mass. It says the console release will feature never before seen new levels, as well as enhanced visuals, a new font, CRT filter, expert difficulty mode, new enemies, and more. Very much influenced by Super Nintendo RPGs like Earthbound, Final Fantasy V, and the Breath of Fire series, it was also heavily influenced by Yume Nikki? No idea. The game takes place in the dream of an 8-year-old boy, when an alien entity appears and threatens his family and the stability of the dream world itself. Jimmy sets out on an adventure to save his family and eradicate the threat of the pulsating mass. Along the way, Jimmy will have to work with his family, confront his own shortcomings, and brave the creeping nightmares of his subconscious. I've heard of this game before. I know that it's good, and it's been out for quite a bit of time on the PC, but I never actually played it before. But looking that it's, influenced by Earthbound, Final Fantasy V, and Breath of Fire, all of which I adore, I might have to check this one out and buy it on the Switch and play it portably or something like that. That would be really cool. Although I have no clue what Yume Nikki is, but whatever. And I would say that I was saving the best for last, but, we had Dragon Quest VII first, and that's obviously the best. But I'm saving the second best for last, so we'll go with that. Nintendo GameCube adds the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance to their little tiny eShop for the Switch 2. How cool is that? I have 2 copies of this game because I wanted to buy the Wii version, and I remember I was like, oh, I know I have one of the versions. I was at the store, and I was like, I have one of the versions. Is it the GameCube version, or is it the Wii version? And I didn't remember which one it was, so I bought it, and I ended up buying a second copy of this one, right? And then I never actually got the Wii version, or the Wii game, I guess, the Wii Fire Emblem game. So I'm like, oh, that sucks, but whatever. This one is really expensive, but it might not be as expensive any longer because now it is available on the eShop. It says, war has engulfed the land of Tellius, where human Bjork and half-human Laguz view each other with mistrust. When a surprise invasion triggers worldwide conflict, a sinister force emerges from the shadows and pits the two against one another. Only a young mercenary named Ike and a small band of soldiers for hire stand between Tellius and madness. So, yeah, if you've always wanted to play this game, see where Ike came from and all that kind of cool stuff, now you can without spending an arm and a leg and your firstborn child. So, yeah, some pretty freaking good news there. So that's it for me. That's it for New RPG News. Hope that y'all enjoyed it, and as always, have a good day.